What's up, Mr. Heyman?
What's up?
All right, so wanted to do a walkthrough of the car, just under the hood. What we do today?
We changed the oil, we checked the valve lash, and checked spring pressure.
So everything was good.
Yep,
I think we had maybe two of them that valve lash was a little loose.
Yeah.
Like 2 thousandths loose. So like everything looks good. Can you tell us why we checked those?
You told me this a minute ago. What was it? Oh, to make sure the lifters are still in check and they're not going bad.
Right. What kind of lifters you got?
Bush lifters.
Bush lifters. We got Iski Redline bush lifters. So they say they're good for like 1,000 passes. We're going to see. 288 passes is what we have on the motor as of right now. But did this when we first built the car. But just kind of wanted to show what the car is. What's the fastest the cars run on motor? No nitrous?
556.
556. And then we pick up, with 150 shot, we pick up about 3.5 tenths. So it's, 522 on nitrous on 150 shot. So we do have, right now, we have, what are we carrying in the back, in the trunk?
150 pounds.
150 pounds of just steel round weight. And reason why we do that is a lot of the tracks we run at are
terrible.
Marginal prep is what they call that.
Conservative prep.
Yeah. So as you know, it's been hard to get prep. And so they're not spraying a lot. And hey, we like that because our stuff usually goes down and a lot of times people's don't. And so we feel like it's an advantage. So with 150 pounds in the back, I think it's still down on the window, it'll run 568. I think the fastest going is 567 with 150 pounds in the back. And that was last weekend. But little 418, it's a small motor considering what it does. Most people that are running 550s, 560s have a really big motor. And this one is 418 cubic inches. Our good buddy that passed away, Bull, he's the one that built the engine for us. Built it in our game room. Just a great guy. I can't say enough about him. But wanted to just some of the perks that's in it. So one of our favorite things is Randy Mann's got us these set up with these fast shocks. They're AFCO. They're not cheap. I about had a heart attack when he told me how much they cost. But last weekend, Kayden went sky high and came down, didn't bottom out, oil pan didn't hit. Like, they work great. He put it on the back bumper. We come in here, a couple tweaks. I think we went 10 clicks tighter.
Yeah.
And next pass, it was just barely off the ground. Like, they're amazing. They have 40 clicks of adjustment in them. They're just a really, really, really good shock. Now, they are expensive, but I lost a motor because I didn't have good shocks, and it went up, and it came down, and busted the oil pan and all that. So definitely felt like the shock saved the car last weekend when you tried to take it on a flight. So that's one of the things that I really like about it. The nitrous system is induction solution. And then, I'm gonna have to go around. We run it with C16 fuel, and we have a nitrous express. I think they call this, what do they call that?
I don't know, it was like
but it's an all-in-one system. Very cool. It comes with the fuel cell, the bypass fuel pump and regulator, built-in fuel pump. You rarely ever hear it pumping. It arms itself when the nitrous is turned on. It's got the gauge right there on the front, all in one set. I forget what they call it, but Jimmy Dale is actually the one that got that for me. But it's like $800, $900. It's not cheap, but man, it makes life easy. You don't have to plumb anything. You just put it in there, plug it up, run a fuel line. So I like that. So one of my favorite things is this right here, Velocity Racing Carbs, Mr. Mike. He's been so good to us. This is, you see all the guys at the track. If they run a 550s, 100% they got a Dominator on it. I don't know if y'all see this, but that's a little bitty 4150 carburetor. That is nothing. It's special, but it's nothing. Doesn't look like anything special. I got a Nitrous Express, Induction Solutions plate, and then a 1-inch plate just to kind of get my fuel lines up off of just to kind of bring all this up. That way I had a little room there. But yeah, it's a twin blade. It runs on methanol. And 50-degree weather, you go in there and you hit the switch and it boom, cranks right back up. No lean out valve. If you look, there's no lean out valves. It makes temperature in the wintertime, just like a gas motor. And it works great in the summertime, just like a gas motor. Honestly, I don't treat it any other way.
Nope, we don't treat it no different.
I know, not saying this is right or wrong, but I know people that they have to soak their carburetor with WD-40 or fog it and all that after. Like we don't. We kill the car, we put it in the trailer. I know they say a good practice is to like heat the car up really hot before you put it in the trailer. Drain the fuel. We've never done any of that. 255 passes. Every time we got in the car, it cranked right up. We'll go crank it up.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. Amazing and deadly. So as easy as that. It's amazing. Mr. Mike, he built that for us. Concerns I had is I said I want to continue running my electric water pump, my electric fuel pump. He said no problem. I said I want to continue. I don't want to have to change the oil every 30, 40, 50 runs. This is the first time we changed the oil in 250 runs. So 250 passes on this oil change. There's the oil. It's not milky. Actually, I took a glass out. No milk in the oil. It definitely needed an oil change, but 255 passes on it, plus all the little warm-up passes. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what that carburetor does. Every concern I've ever heard, and maybe I just have the 1 in a million carburetor, but it seems like every time I get one from Mr. Mike, it's a 1 in a million carburetor because the S10s is just the same. But maybe I got a 1 in a million, but that thing, it makes temperature. I don't have to have a lean out valve. It doesn't milk the oil. It drives around normal. 160 degrees is where we race it. Get to the other end of the track, it's like what, 165, 170.
Oh, it's normally the same.
Yeah, get back to the trailer and
I have to kill the water pump, so it actually makes
not the water pump, the fan.
The fan, yeah. In order to make temperature.
Yeah. So, but we run a little tiny radiator. So we'll kill the fan and just run around, and it makes temperature just like, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Am I right?
Yep.
So that's cool things about the car. Fast shocks, love them. Induction Solutions. How can you not like nitrous?
Of course.
That's about as good as it gets. And then Velocity Carbs, and then a little 18-degree headed small block. A Joker moves though.
Mm-hmm. It rolls. Yep.
They always say small block. They always say horsepower is in mile an hour. Everybody claims, I got 750 horse. I don't know how much we got. Well, I do because we put it on a dyno. Our dyno said 730. Everybody's dyno is different. It might go 800 on somebody else's dyno. It might go 600 on somebody else's. So you really can't go by that. But this is we're at 2756 because it was 2606 when we scaled the car.
Yeah,
2,606 pounds without the 150 pounds in the trunk. So right now we're racing it at 2,706 pounds, and the car goes 568 at 120 miles an hour. So, 120 miles an hour, that tells you your horsepower. So, yeah, that thing's making steam. So, there you go. Anything you want to add?
Not that I can think of.
Yep. Maintenance is done. Ready to race?
Yep. Ready
Next
for
weekend.
Yep. Point race.
State Capitol Dragway, points race.
Ironman trophy.
Oh, I forgot about the Ironman trophy.
I'm coming for it.
Ooh. You been practicing?
I have.
Every day.
A lot.
We practice every day.
I'm about to go practice now.
Our tree sits right there on the counter. We practice. Mama practices. Sissy practices. Like, everybody comes to our house.
Every time I pass it, I make a hit.
Yep. So, there you go. Yep. That's our little motor. That's our little setup. If anybody has questions, we can help you do one just like it. I'm an open book. I'll tell you everything we got. But yeah, it's and it's flat top pistons.
Yeah, flat top pistons.
Flat top pistons in this thing. Now, don't let that fool you. It's still like 13.8 to 1 compression with flat top pistons, because those heads are really, really, really small chamber. But yeah, flat top pistons, pretty decent size cam. Isky red line lifters.
Yeah, 775 lift, huh?
I think it's 800 lift.
800 lift.
800 lift on intake, and I think it's 7 something on the exhaust. It's pretty big cam. But we're gonna see. 255 passes into it, so hopefully it'll last 1,000. We've been racing this thing since July and put 255 passes on it. So
yeah, we run the hell out of this.
A half a year's worth of running and put 255, and we still have 2 more races before the end of the year.
Yep.
So, and we race next weekend, probably put 20 or so passes on it, hopefully. And then we got a 3-day race at the end of the year. And then we'll probably be out for a month or 2. So, yep, that's it. We got to clean up. That's all for today.